Tell it. Tell it. Hey guys, Mike the Vike here, back for yet another Rust update video. First thing we got this week is sort of a revamp on farming in the game. They have now added a large planter box. Firstly, the planter box is actually pretty cheap to craft, just 2 tarp and a little bit of wood. With it, it allows you to grow plants 3 times faster than they would grow if it was just on the ground like regular. So basically, if you want cloth fast, you should start placing these things down. There's going to be a newer version probably next week, a small planter box, in case this thing takes up too much space for you. To use the planter boxes, you'll have to source some hemp seeds or whatever kind of seeds, which you can find by picking plants around the map. And then basically, you just place these within the box and you're good to go. Now just wait a few minutes or maybe give it an hour and you'll get something like this, and eventually you'll have fully grown plants. Apparently in the future they're going to make it so that you can throw like water buckets on them and it'll make the plants grow even faster. You can maybe even incorporate some lights like this, which would make it grow faster too. You can place these things indoors, so you could technically dedicate a portion of your base to the planter boxes, which would be pretty cool. You're going to have your own little grow up. Overall, I think this is nice. Pretty sure this is hinting at sort of future features in the game where it's going to get more intense in the food situation, so that you're going to be probably relying on growing your own food a lot more than you are right now in the game. Another thing that they changed in the plant department is now seeds have to have like a little 1-foot distance between each other. In the past, you could basically spam left click in the same spot and plant down like literally 100 plants in the same spot. Wasn't too realistic. So now they have to have like a pretty fair distance between them. Next up, they have added back the holiday content. Now, just saying, the holiday content never actually disappeared. You could always do the command as a server owner. But now, of course, it's automatically done on all servers. Basically, the admin will type in Xmas refill. And then we'll get the little Santa thing going on, which is nice. And then, around active players on the server, you're going to see these little presents, and you can open these. And you'll get presents. So you can either get a small present or a medium present. These also, of course, are called in, I believe, daily on regular servers, but server owners can configure that to their liking. Now, the presents will not always spawn very close to you. Sometimes they'll be pretty far away. I just called in the Santa thing, and there was a present all the way over there. So if you hear the Santa thing, you know, just look around because the box may not be near you. Now, once you get enough of these small and medium presents, you can upgrade the small ones to the medium presents, and then once you have enough medium presents, you can upgrade that to a large present. Of course, small present gives the worst loot, large present gives the best. So I'll unwrap the large present, and I unfortunately got a stocking, which isn't the best. You can get stuff like auto turrets, pump shotguns, pretty good stuff out of all of these. Here, I'll unwrap all of them. That gave me stone, I think. And then, I don't know, a bunch of little things. The ones to go for are the large presents for sure. The stockings are also back, as you saw. I just got one there in the present. Basically, whenever you do the Xmas thing, the stocking will fill up, and it will have stuff inside. And geez, that's actually pretty good. A free revolver, and a Ioka pistol. The stone situation, not very good there, but that's still decent. This was a super stocking, so this was the best you could get. Now, you will notice that it lost 10 health there on the stocking. So basically, this stocking will only have 10 uses, and then after 10, it will break, and you'll have to get a new stocking. In some of these presents, you can also get a Pookie Bear. The Pookie Bear is just a cute little way to actually get comfort back. If you aren't familiar, comfort basically allows you to regain your health really quickly. So when you have this thing placed down, it gives you 100% comfort. So it's actually a pretty quick way to regenerate your health. Once again, a campfire gives you 50% comfort. So this thing is very, very effective. Also, it looks really cute too. Since Christmas is back, they also redid the Santa hat. It looks a lot better now, I gotta say. The last year's version was not very detailed, I guess you could say, and overall, the new version is much improved. Lastly, they have also added in all the world models for all the different clothings in the game, or I guess not the hide vest, but pretty much everything else I believe now has a world model when you drop out on the ground. Previously it would drop like a little bag like this thing, which I guess they haven't done yet. But all this stuff is in, and you know, definitely looks cool. These bags are just super generic, so that's nice to see. And lastly, overall, there were a lot of changes this week that are in the game for server performance and a few bug fixes. I'm not going to get too detailed, but overall, server performance should be improved and potentially client performance as well. I think I've noticed a difference on my server, but it's hard to say because entity counts are still fairly low. That's all they've got this week for stuff that's in the game. Now let's take a look at some things that are soon to come. It looks like the bear is going to be remodeled soon. Since they're kind of overhauling the AI system in the game, I presume that they're going to basically redo everything animal-wise, so they'll probably make them all look a lot better. Supposedly there's going to be some new animations for the animals as well, which should look cool. We've got some updated view model animations for the grenades in the game. Now when you place them on a wall, you're going to be getting this new animation. This isn't in the game yet though. It looks okay. I think it's a little bit too exaggerated right now, just a little bit too far. Apparently they are working on the truck, which we saw last week. However, they're working on the interior of the truck now, which has me curious because, you know, why do you have to make a detailed interior of the truck? Is it possible that we drive this truck? I don't know. Like, I am very, very curious. Some people were saying it's just for loot spawns, like the current loot piles that we have in the game. But, like, why would you go to the trouble of decorating the interior? I don't know. And that's actually all we've got this week overall. Not too much going on, but definitely some solid improvements. Now, a quick update on my own personal server. We just switched server providers. It was originally in Quebec for a really, really long time. I was fairly happy with the host, but I was getting some feedback, so I decided to switch to a new host, which is in Chicago. Now, this is supposedly the best host you can get. I don't know if that's true or not, but there you go. But basically, the IP for the server has totally changed. So if you previously played on the server, or maybe you were having lag issues, feel free to give it a shot now because so far it feels like it's a lot better. In case you aren't familiar, it's a modded server. It has 2x gather. It also has the teleport plugin, but I do have like a combat block and a raid block thing, basically so that you can't just like TP right out of combat. We did take out the auto doors plugin on the server, which is nice. We've got kits, a whole bunch of other stuff. If you're curious, there's information on how to join the server in the description. That's all I got this week, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like. Helps a lot. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I've got a lot more videos on the way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.